Hey guys, welcome to week 3. Great job last week on the sport ethic and the sports culture. I really enjoyed watching your videos that you chose or the articles that you chose and getting your take on how the media and the culture affected maybe the outcomes of those injuries. So good job on that. Welcome to week 3. This is a little bit more content heavy as compared to last week. So now we're really getting into actually writing and doing psychosocial strategies. So I want you to read a couple things, and it will be very important that you focus on 2 chapters. The first is chapter 3. This is the stress injury response and how stress can predispose or inhibit or prohibit the injury response in the patients that we're treating. So stress injury response, stress injury relationship, and how overall being in a heightened state of stress for the student athletes we work with can predispose them to injury, and what psychosocial strategy are we going to use for stressed down athletes. The second is chapter 7, so this is the pain chapter. I know you guys have a pretty good foundation of pain control theories, ascending, descending pathways, the gate control theory. I know you have a good foundation of that, but I want you to review this chapter before you start on your script because we need to learn about psychosocial strategies for pain as well as stress. The third thing I want you to read before you start on your script is the article I posted from Williams and colleagues. This is essentially how do you write an effective psychosocial strategy script. So what are you going to write to meet the goals of your athlete? If you have an athlete coming in that has 21 credits to take this semester, they have some family issues going on, maybe they're not starting or they're not performing as well, maybe you need to evaluate a psychosocial strategy to do with them, like a guided relaxation or a goal setting or an imagery script because they're not focused on their rehab. So this article is going to go through why we do these scripts and why we talk through these things with our athletes. How to plan for it, so how to plan an effective script to meet those goals, what to do and what to say in these scripts, and also how to evaluate if your script is going to be effective. If you look at the additional resources folder, I posted a script that I've used in the past with an athlete who, like I mentioned earlier, was just completely overwhelmed with school. She was a freshman coming in and just was very type A, perfectionist, and I couldn't get her to focus on rehab. That was not her priority, but she had a long-term injury, so I had to figure out a way to get her, when she's in the athletic training room, to not focus on the personal issues, to not focus on her 21 credit load or getting into law school, just to focus on her rehab and how to optimize those outcomes using a psychosocial intervention. So if you want to take a look at that, use it as a guide, but please be creative in your script, make it your own. Think of an athlete you could use it with and then record yourself talking through it. I also posted a beach yoga video that one of my colleagues in grad school used with his track and field athletes. So it's pretty long, it's 45 minutes. You don't need to watch the whole thing unless you are overwhelmed and need some beach yoga yourself, go for it. But this is a good example of where to at least start for your video this week. Asking you to please do your script and your video of yourself talking through your script as if you were speaking with a student athlete. Please post this by Wednesday at noon. Post it in the discussion board, and then by Friday at noon, please comment on another one of your classmates to give them some valuable feedback, strengths, and areas of growth. I think that's all. If you have any questions or need anything, please reach out, and I'll talk to you soon.